welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, series number 17. Today's sketch was created by Cynetta Seekins. I am sorry if I have butchered your name, but here is this fun sketch. She has two, looks like 4-inch photos in Polaroid frames in the center. She's got some strips going down each side and some embellishments, title, etc. on here. This is a pretty fun sketch, so I am going to be using some 49 Market Nature Study plus some of these tickets that I have 10 million boxes of from the 49 Market warehouse boxes that came out last year that I bought 3 of. So plus I have some stuff from my some assemblage required I can't even think countdown calendar at Christmas time. My brain just died. And 3 photos. These photos were taken in 2023 of my husband and I on a hiking trip. And then I have, of course, all of this product from Nature Study to kind of play with. So I pulled one of the foundation papers. This is the foundations number 3. This is what the back side looks. I have not decided which side I'm going to use. I'm leaning towards this front side because it's got all that text and a little bit of pattern in it. So I'm going to pause. We're going to get started. I will be right back. All right, I did decide on the side with the text because it has just that little bit of texture on it and I want to have that little bit of texture there. So what I've decided to do is to create those strips with these tickets. I am not going to make you watch me do this, not all of it. I'm just going to start and give you kind of an idea of how it's going to go. I'm going to alternate the colors. And I'm starting on the bottom left and the top right, and I'm just going to start peeling off 2 to 3 of these tickets for each strip. I want to make sure I have plenty of space in the center for the photos. I will not be using frames on my photos. I'll just be layering some stuff from the Nature Study collection up behind and around them. So this is kind of what I'm doing, just going back and forth here. I'm not even going to glue these down on camera. I don't think I glue any of them down on camera at all, but I will show you the finished bit here in a minute in a picture so that you get the idea of just kind of what I'm doing. I just don't want to waste your time watching this. It can be kind of, I don't know, tedious. So I'll continue just kind of pulling 2 to 3 of them off at a time. It's really random on how many I pull off. It depends on the size of each ticket. They're not all the same size. Sometimes you get 2 or 3 in a row that are small, and then sometimes I get a really long one and a small one, and so in that case I only pull 2. And I lied, I am going to put a little bit of glue on. I think I do 3 of them here for you on camera so that you just kind of get the idea of what I'm doing. I do not have enough tickets pulled out at this time, but here is the background complete so that you get an idea of what it looked like before I started actually embellishing. All right, so off camera I did add 2 lines of stitching on the far left and the far right side. I love the texture that gives. Now I am going to stack these 2 bottom photos before I put them down, and you will note that I'm only using a little bit of adhesive in the center of the photos, and that is because I want to be able to tuck things, and if I glue down as much as I usually do, I'm not going to be able to tuck things. I got that title on there, as I said at the beginning, the acrylic title, and that flare from Scrap and Happy Studio came from my some assemblage required advent calendar that I got in December. So I am just tucking various things. I did take the time to scuff up with my distress tool all of the things that I am using to tuck, with the exception of those postage stamps that you see along the side. And my goal with those postage stamps was just to get a little bit more layering underneath. I didn't want to break into any of the other nature study papers that I have. It's not because I don't have enough, it's just because I didn't want to break into any more for this layout. I want to make sure that I do have enough for later layouts that I had planned with that collection. I bought that collection because we did a lot of hiking in 2020 through 2022 when we lived in New York State. Spent a lot of time hiking, and that collection is perfect for a lot of those photos. So as you can see, I have deviated from the sketch just a tad because I've added a third photo down at the bottom. I have also not used any Polaroid frames on this layout, and I'm doing an awful lot of layering and tucking, which is kind of my signature style. I am making sure that I have a space for my journaling, which I do off camera, and you only see that at the very end in my close-ups. I didn't have as many of the leafy bits that look like ferns as I wanted. I've apparently used all of those already, so I just kind of made do with what I had available, and I do really like the pieces that I chose. I did pull in a lot of the mushrooms. There aren't any mushrooms in these photos, but typically when we go hiking, I do take photos of all the different mushrooms that I see growing just because I find them absolutely fascinating. And I think it's fun to have those photos of things that you see as you hike. I am using some of the little hearts. I pulled one of the little ribbon laser die cuts, and that's going to end up on the bottom left photo above that flare. All right, I got this layout all finished. I'm pretty happy with the way that this turned out. I love that I was able to layer up so much underneath it without it looking too busy. I do love how I used the tickets, and I can see coming back to this design other times as well, because I sure have a lot of boxes of those tickets in multiple colors, so it'd be great to find a awesome way to use them. I do not have my journaling down yet because I wanted to look up the name of the waterfall, and there it is right there on my photo. So I'll get that journaling written down, and you'll be able to see it finished in the close-ups at the end of the video. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. You guys have helped me build this channel, and without you, I can't build it. So I'm so grateful. Thank you again for being here. Make sure you check out that description box for the link to the playlist for 30 days of sketches. There's a ton of amazing creators on here. You're going to see so many different versions of this sketch today, and you will be inspired to use it in your own layouts as well. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.